Good morning, dear hearts. We are completing our third section in part 2 of the workbook, What is the World? With today's lesson 250. Please subscribe. And today's lesson is dealing with one of the other main thoughts that the Course has throughout it. Of course, the one that I say is in every lesson, that I am as God created me. But the other thought that we is woven through this for our spiritual tapestry is indeed that as I see my brother, I will see myself. That as I gaze upon my brother, truthfully, the one that is looking back at me is myself, and hopefully the one with the big S, my true self. So today's lesson, let me not see myself as limited. Let me not see myself as less than. Let me not see myself as a body, because a body is indeed limited. So the lesson begins with the text portion. Let me behold the Son of God today and witness to his glory. Let me not try to obscure the holy light in him and see his strength diminished and reduced to frailty, nor perceive the lacks in him with which I would attack his sovereignty. So let me look upon my brother, that one right in front of me, and let me see his glory. Let me see his light. Let me see his magnificence and his radiance. Because as I look upon him and I see that, it is within me as well. Again, I can't see it if I don't have it. I can't give it if I don't have it. I can't see it if it is not within me to begin with. And this is an awareness that has been used in part 1 of the workbook in many of our exercises, in many of our lessons. One of them, lesson 78, let miracles replace all grievances. And that was just one of the times that we were told to think about a brother, to think about one that, perhaps has caused us to have some grievances towards them. And I love it because it says, you know the one to choose. His name has crossed your mind already, and he will be the one of whom we ask God's Son be shown to you. That this one that we have had difficulty with will be the one that we need to see and have the light come forth and the grievances fall away. Because with the grievances, I will never see his true self, which means I will never see my true self. In doing this lesson in the past, I have referred to it as, the boomerang. Because whatever I'm throwing out towards my brother, it's going to come back to me. It always does. So if I am throwing a judgment onto my brother, I catch it. My limited view of myself will continue. And those boomerangs will come back, because that boomerang is an attack thought. And like every other thought, it never leaves its source. So if I am not looking at my radiant brother, seeing all that is true in him, then I cannot see it in me. But when I see it in him, indeed, I will see it in me. Again, that boomerang, that thought will come back to me, and we will join together in that light. The second part of today's lesson is in italics. It's prayer. He is your Son, my Father, and today I would behold his gentleness instead of my illusions. Instead of my grievances towards my brother, I will see his gentleness, his beauty, his truth. He is what I am, and as I see him, so I see myself. Today I would see truly that this day I may at last identify with him. When I see him truly, when I see my brother, when I see that one in front of me, and I see all that is glorious and real and true, then that is the only moment when I can truly see myself. A couple of days ago, as part of the lesson, I offered a pledge. Today I'm going to offer a prayer, also that I wrote several years ago. This is the 5th year I've been doing this. So today the prayer is, today let me use Christ's vision and see all my brothers, all of them, with no exceptions, in the light that they bring with them, and that I may share that light with them. So let me not see myself as limited, and in doing that, in not seeing me as limited, then I will not see you as limited either. Now, I just want to say one more thing, that tomorrow we begin a new special, relevant, central thought, and it's, what is sin? And we had a little bit of a precursor to that, because in lesson 247, without forgiveness, I will still be blind, the first line was, sin is the symbol of attack. And tomorrow's relevant thought begins with, sin is insanity. And attack is always insanity, because attack is never justified. There is no reason ever for us to attack. So we have completed 3 full sections of part 2 of the workbook. We completed what is forgiveness, what is salvation, what is the world. We're going on to what is sin, because in this world filled with false perceptions, we envision and believe that there indeed is sin. So we get to change our thought processes about that beginning tomorrow. And I think that's it for today. I hope it helped. I hope it made sense. I always ask and ask that, because sometimes what makes sense to me may not make sense to you. I don't know. So please like, please share, please subscribe, please comment, please smile. Smile at this accomplishment. Smile at the task today of seeing everyone who comes in your purview, see that light in them, and then know that it is indeed the reflection of the light in you. And then we will see no one as limited. Namaste.